Make my weight loss dinner with me, and in this one we are doing the classic Chinese starter that is chicken and sweet corn soup. Alright, we've got a nice non-stick wok with half a teaspoon of oil in it, and we want to get this really hot. Now while that's heating up, I'm going to run through the ingredients with you, just because some of this is easier if you pre-prep it. First of all, the chicken. I'm using poached chicken. You can just fry your chicken in the pan to start off with, but traditional chicken and sweet corn soup, you'd use poached chicken. So I've just pre-poached this chicken. Pan, rolling heat, little bit of salt in there, water at a rolling boil. Place your chicken breast in 15-20 minutes. Poached chicken breast. The other thing that you can pre-make is what we're going to use to thicken this soup. Now, I'm using, again, traditional in Chinese cooking is potato starch. You can use corn flour. Potato starch is a little bit more stable, but this is better if you mix it. And we're doing about half a litre of stock in this. So you want a tablespoon of potato starch and the equivalent amount of water. So I've got 15 grams of potato starch, 15 grams of water. And I've just mixed that up now because it just is better. It breaks down a bit more and, you know, all sort of dissolves together. So yes, you can do that first. And then last but by no means least to pre-prep is some veggie stock. And I've got half a litre of vegetable stock there. Right, let's get this wok nice and hot and let's get at it. All right, into our hot wok, we're going to go in with our chicken. Now, this is pre-cooked, so it doesn't need much. We're just going to warm it through a little bit, maybe add a tiny bit of colour. And you can't have chicken and sweet corn soup without sweet corn. So we've got some tinned sweet corn, around about 100 grams, so half a tin going in. Lovely. I'm making 2 portions here, by the way, and as always, all the ingredients and the link to track it on NutriCheck will be in the description. Quite a quick one this, you don't really get much time to breathe. All right, we're going in with some MSG, a little bit of garlic powder, and the daddy of Chinese cooking, a little bit of sesame oil. Next thing, spring onion. And we're just going to scissor these in, and you're not wasting any of this spring onion. All right, we're just going to chop the lids, I call them the lids, in. And you just want a little bit of green, and the white will be going in later. So that's it for now. Get all those into your wok. Give it a right good mix about. Okay, after they've sauteed off, we're going in with our chicken stock. And I've got 500 mils here. I've used 1.5 stock cubes. You meant to use 1 stock cube to 450 ml of water. I've used 1.5 to half a litre of water. And that's why I've not seasoned with salt, because we can add a little bit of salt at the end if needs be, but obviously there's quite a bit of salt in the stock cube, so you might not need it. All right, all we're going to do now is bring this to a slight boil and then turn the heat right down. While we're waiting for that to boil, you need an egg. All right, so I've got a cup. We're just going to crack an egg in there. We're going to season that egg with a little pinch of MSG. And give it a really good beat up. Okay, the soup now, the stock is just starting to boil. As soon as it starts to boil, you see some movement going about. Turn the heat right down. Turn the heat right down. Take your potato starch slurry, as it is called. Give it a really good mix up, because if you've pre-made it, it will have settled a little bit. All right, and then we're just going to drizzle this in. So 1 tablespoon of this should thicken about half a litre of stock, which is what is in here now. So we've put that in, just give it a mix, and let's just see how it thickens. Remember, you can add more, but you can't take away. Okay, this is thickening up, but I might just go in with a little bit more. Okay, I've just done another 5 grams here with a little bit of water. And let's see where we end up with this one. This now for me is absolutely perfect. Right, let's have a little taste. So good. So good. Right, I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper. This is optional, it's just personal preference. And now the last thing is our egg. Really well beaten egg. And we're going to spiral this in. All right, so you kind of want to create ribbons. Okay, so just spiraling that in. And now we're just going to leave it until that egg has cooked. And you'll see it start to kind of firm up. As soon as it starts to firm up, you're going to mix it in. And then we are ready to serve. Right, the egg's about good to go. We're just going to mix that in. And we'll end up with those little flecks kind of egg through the soup. And it just then gives it that kind of, yeah, I don't know how to describe it. The Chinese takeaway colour, as it were. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, and last but by no means least, just to finish off, we're going to go in with a few fresh spring onions. Give that a stir. Beautiful. And let's serve this bad boy up. Like I say, there's 2 portions here. Now actually, one last little thing that I do like to do is the old sesame oil. Again, totally optional. You could do a little bit of soy if you want. Just a couple of little drops. Oh, of that on top. This whole bowl here is 248 calories for 28 grams of protein. It smells absolutely delicious. It tastes just like what you get from your Chinese takeaway. And yeah, it's just an absolute bowl of low calorie, high protein comfort.